Okay, so what we're going to look at now is very important because it's the speaking. We're going to look at some different examples of the speaking. I really need you to start preparing. Okay, you need to start preparing the specific vocabulary, depending if you're B2 or C1, and you need to predict the kind of questions. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Plus, of course, we will practice a little bit. And then we also need to talk about your writing, because your writing is a lot of quantity, but the quality is not improving. The quality is going down. And I don't know why. Okay. And you are being fossilized. You are fossilization. Fossilization. What does this mean? Fossilization, please. What's the meaning of this? Fossilization when you're writing. So it's something. Yeah.
We don't
Fossilization.
improve. We don't improve anything.
It means you use the same structures, even though I correct them and say this is not correct. And in the second, okay, you do it again and again and again. So Raman, I spoke to Raman about one particular expression, which was a very good expression. Okay. As far we used Roman used this expression as far as you can as far as you are concerned, which is a very good expression. However, it can only be used in very specific instances. And so really what Roman should have said was just as you know, okay? As you know, which is a perfectly good expression too. So Roman used the expression in all the essays. And it's a good expression, but it's not always used in the correct context. Okay. And you all have these things, but now Roman will use this in a very specific context. So he has not got fossilization. Okay. He has no fossilization, which is very, very good because he sent me a text message to ask if it was correct, and I explained particularly why it was not correct. All right. So we're going to look at a little bit of speaking as well. Sorry, a little bit of listening as well. First of all, let's look then at some of our okay. Remember then, please, specific vocabulary work. Okay, and you can tell me, please, tell me some words which are connected with culture, please. Okay, you need to take these. Obviously, if you're doing C1, okay, if you're doing B2, I'm sorry, you need to look at these 7 categories. And if you're doing C1, you need to look at these 5 categories. Okay, so there was a difference. So the red ones are B2 and the blue ones are C1. So give me some specific, some specific vocabulary you think. Okay, just tell me. There we go. Miguel Angel, give me a couple of words for culture. Things we
Yes.
would
For instance, philosophy. Okay.
philosophy. Okay.
Music or classical music. Music.
Music. Good. Javier. More words for culture.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Okay, that would be a good one. Knowledge.
Tradition.
Tradition. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Another one.
History.
History. Okay, good. Elena, please. Elena, some words connected with culture.
museums,
Museums. Wow. Okay. Excellent. Yeah.
learnings,
Learning. Yeah.
uh, societies,
Sorry.
societies,
Society. Okay. In general. Yeah.
yeah,
Good. Something else. Andrea. Rosa.
Monuments.
Sorry.
Monuments.
Monument. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Good. Monument. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. So there we have some work. There we have some words. Excellent. Good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, it's very important that if you look at these words, and these are important words for you, then you can start to use them to create your own words, your own vocabulary about culture. Okay. So if it's theatre, the theatre, performance, play, drama, comedy, actors, audience. Okay, so words which are connected with theatre, music, classical, folk music, pop music, rock music, modern music, ancient music, electronic music. Yep, knowledge, encyclopedia, brain, artificial intelligence, internet, book,
Scholarship.
sorry, scholarship. There's another one, scholarship. So very important. I'll try to keep these for you. I'll put them in the chat box so you can keep the chat if you want to. Okay, they're very important. You need to keep these words, please. Okay, let's look then. Identity. Identity. What are some of the words which we think might be connected with identity? Miguel Angel.
It's difficult.
Look,
Ident-
clothes, attitude,
Fashion. Fashion.
fashion. Yeah. You look like. Yeah.
Appear.
Diversity.
Sorry.
Diversity.
Diversity. Very good. Yeah.
trending,
Trending. Trend.
trend,
Okay. A trend. Very good.
Style.
Style. Yeah. But then you can think about the things like hair. Yeah. Eyes. Skin. Because maybe one of the we'll look at one of the questions later on, but maybe one of the questions would be you're going to meet somebody at the station or at a restaurant, you've never met them before. So on the telephone, you need to describe how they will recognize you. Right? So it might
Makeup. Makeup.
Makeup, yeah.
Fitness.
Fitness. Okay, yeah, good. We can use fitness. That's a good one. Yeah. So there's some work. Sorry. Right. Identity. So we talk about the style of clothes, but you need to know these before you go to the exam. Right? You won't be able to invent some words. All right. You can't invent words in the exam. You need to know something. This is where you need to study and write down some words. And hopefully they're words you already know. Okay, here we go. Shopping. There you go. That's pretty easy. Gonzalo. Gonzalo.
Shopping. Okay.
Supermarket.
Supermarket. Purchase.
Okay. Purchase. Yeah, okay.
Shops.
Shop. Yeah.
Window shop.
Window shopping. Excellent. That's a great way of saying things. Yeah. Elena, more words to do with shopping.
Shopping center,
Okay. Shopping center.
mall,
A mall. Yeah. Grocery
Store.
shopping. Yeah. A store. Yeah.
employers,
Hmm.
or no,
Sales
yes,
assistant. Okay. Yeah.
Attendant.
Excuse me.
Attendant. It's the same.
A sales attendant. Yeah, it could be as well. Okay. But then, okay, so it's shopping assistant. Also, things you go to buy. Clothes shopping. Okay. Shoe shopping. And again, if you're talking about clothes, then we'll start talking about the styles and so on. Okay. Return. The size. Remember when you're talking about a particular, when you're talking about your shoes or a sweater or a t-shirt, what size is it?
Price.
What's
The price also.
Yeah, and the price.
Size. Size.
Size. Yep. Okay. Travel then. Travel. We're talking about travel. What do you think?
Ways of transport.
Okay, ways of transport. Okay, of course. The transport. What kind of transport do we know? By train.
Train.
By plane. By ship.
Underground.
Okay. By underground. It's important to note, okay, on foot. Okay. On foot.
Ticket.
High speed. Yep. Ticket.
Experience.
Experience. All right, good.
Landmark.
First class. Sorry. Destination. Yeah.
In business.
Return ticket. Yeah, but business. But I never travelled in business class, so I can't say that. Okay. I only go in
The bad.
economy. All right.
Arrivals.
Tour operator,
Hmm.
travel agency,
Travel agent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The different ways of travel. But remember, when we're talking about travel, we're not talking about vacation. Okay? They're two different categories. You can join them together. But you say, oh, so, tell me about your travel habits. Well, I normally go to the beach. I stay in an apartment. I go down to the sea every day. I have my calamari and I have a pina colada. I have a great time with my family. Nice weather, good food, and cheap alcohol. That's perfect for me. Yes, but that's holidays, that's vacations. That's not talking about travel. Okay? So travel, when I go on vacation to the beach, where I have my calamari and pina colada, it's very nice, but we go by car. Oof. And we have to pack the car because 6 people in the car, and we have to take our clothes and a suitcase, and we have to take the kids' toys and balls and towels, right? It's very uncomfortable. It takes about 8 hours to go down to the coast. So I'm very hot. I don't like driving. Sometimes I think I'd rather go by train or by plane. So we're actually talking about the travel experience. Okay. Right. Society. This is a difficult one as well. Society. Please, Javier, some words connected with society.
Mm, political.
Politics. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Politics. Yeah.
Mm,
Politician. There we go. There we
sorry.
need to be. All right. We have to have a very clear difference between politics and the person who is the politician, and the
Mm,
policy, which is
rights.
good, right? Yeah.
Laws.
Law and laws. The two
Classes.
different classes. Okay. Social classes. Yeah.
Economy.
Economy. Yes.
Community.
I'm sorry. Say it again. Say again.
Community.
Community. Very good. Yeah, it's a great one.
Population.
Population. If you can't say the word, you can write it down. Write down any good words as well in the chat box. Elena, Maria Angeles, come on, give me some words.
Votes.
Rosa. Vote. Wow, yeah. Election.
Elections.
Mm-hmm. Masses, rich, poor.
Democracy.
Okay. Rich, poor. Yeah. Good words. All right.
Poverty.
All right. Poverty. Excellent. Okay. I think
Government.
government. Yeah. I think there's a very good word as well, which is about care. Okay. Care. Right.
Homeless.
Homeless. Absolutely. Yeah. So I think one of the questions which we've seen before, the demonstration, one of the questions we've seen before today in society today, we are all so busy that we don't have time to care about other people. We are all so busy today that we don't have time to care about other people. That's a very, very good question, right? And the answer would be to give some examples of how we can care for other people. Right. Education. Education. Come on. A couple of words. Well, we're not going to go through it, actually. We're not going to go through all of them. But definitely, this is what you must do after class. You must look at these categories and you must fill them in with words. Right? Because these are the categories which are going to be in the exam. So if you go into the exam and you know more or less, okay, normally you can't choose, you cannot choose which subject you want to talk about. But normally, 2 of the 3 questions would be about one topic. There'll be photographs, for example, the photographs and the role play, of the discussion and the photographs. So 2 parts of the speaking exam. This is for the speaking exam. Right. We're not going to know more vocabulary, but this is how you need to do it. Please, please do it. Okay, this will help you. Right. Let's see. Let's imagine we have some discussions. There are culture, a discussion question. Can anybody give me an example? Let me give you an example. Culture. Is it important to demonstrate our traditional? Oh, our connection's very bad today. Oh, let me see. 1 minute. 1 minute then. Let me change connection. Okay? Let me change connection. Because if everybody's having connection problems, it's probably me. Okay? No. Just 1 minute, please. Okay? Take 2 minutes. Let's take a 2-minute break. Okay? We'll take a 2-minute break. And then I can fix the connection. 1 second. Fix with this block. Two minutes and I will fix the connection. Then.
And they can transmit the important knowledge to their kids or as a teacher to their pupils.
Yeah, but for the people who live in the city to have the same festival every year with the same music and the same celebration, isn't this a little bit boring?
Yeah, you are right, but you have to think that variety of festivals are celebrated in whichever city. Thanks to this, you can obtain a different personality or different way to do whichever things. For instance, in Segovia, you can enjoy in June the great party of the city, celebrating Sant Juan and San Pedro. In this celebration, you can see how people could think in the future, and you can write in a paper and
Yeah, but you know, for modern people who are coming and they want to see something which is fun, you know, a lot of these old traditional festivals, they're a bit boring, aren't they? Processions and going to church and things, don't you think?
I believe that the real meaning of the topic are if you are identified with this kind of culture or traditional festivals.
Thank you. Thank
No.
you. Thank you. Okay, very good. Very good. That's a very, very good answer. But remember, what is that the difference? The only difference there, Javier, is when I said, is it important to maintain our traditional festival? Javier, it's, oh yes, of course, it is really important. Okay, because in Segovia, we have a wonderful festival at the end of June with St. Peter and St. John, okay, with lots of historical events and beautiful music, okay, so need a little bit more, be a bit more expressive because it's your city. And you want to tell me how wonderful your festivals are. All right. All right. I know when it's just me and you or you and the examiner, I know you will do this, of course. Yeah. So, so that's excellent. Very, very good explanation, though. Very, very good explanation. With just, you see the way you express yourself is perfect. We just get some extra points by saying, wow, oh, yes, the festivals. Yes, I love the festivals in my city. Okay.
I was thinking about how to explain this festival, but it's the first time that I can explain this, and I hesitate a little.
Oh, right, that's good. That's good. Okay, library. There we go. Library. What kind of question do you think we could have about libraries? The discussion question. Anybody?
What do you do in library
What do you
apart
do?
from read books?
Okay, what can you do in a library? Okay, apart from read books. All right then, Pilar, come on. What can you do in a library apart from read books?
Actually, I think you can go to a library to look for information on the internet as well, because libraries nowadays have modernized quite a lot. So maybe you can use a computer too, apart from a book, I think.
Well, yeah, but I mean, most people, you would leave your house to go to a library when you could just use the internet at home? Why would you do that?
Yeah, well, actually, sometimes I have, like today, very bad connection. So maybe it would be a good idea to go to a library for that as well. But anyway, yes, anytime I go to a library, most of the times is because I want to read a book or to look for information, maybe to to do like a work for for another course or for to look for information to prepare a lesson for my students as well, or
Okay,
depends.
but isn't it better, I mean, you could be studying or reading a book at home with some music and you have a cup of tea and, you put you're in your pajamas, for example. It's a lot more comfortable than going to a library.
Yes, definitely it is. But if I go to a library, I can meet, other people as well, other friends that I know that they usually go to the library too. So it's actually an excuse for a meeting, a social meeting point as well, apart from reading a book or for reading.
Yeah, but if you go to a library and you start talking to all your friends, then people are going to get quite angry with you.
I know. I'll try to to just go for some breaks, like short breaks, because probably if I go to the library, it's because I'm going to be busy there. But I'll try to do some breaks with friends to coffee.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so I'll stop you in 2 minutes. Okay, let's have another one. Another question then. Technology. What's a good question here related with technology?
Do you think to use technology at work is a good point?
Okay, so you think using technology at work is a good thing? Okay, that's possible. All right, let's see then. Roman, come on, tell us, what do you think? Do you think using technology at work is a good thing?
From my point of view, I
Wait,
believe
wait,
that
wait a minute. Come on, I want you to get involved. What do you think? Is it an interesting question?
yes, I think that technology.
No, wait. Is it
Es que escucho ruidos de fondo y no me concentro.
Okay, let's get up. All right. So when Pilar's not speaking, there's a lot of noise. Okay. All right. So go on then. Roman, is this a good question?
Yes, it's a good question.
All right. So Stella, wow, that's a really good question.
Yes,
okay.
it's a really good question.
Okay, yeah, okay. So
because I believe that the technology is very useful to find new information to work in your class, for example.
yeah.
I think that nowadays we have a lot of gadgets such as mobile phone and computer, and you can use this type of technology to find update information. And I think that in my work is very useful to create to do a lot of activity to evaluate our students. I think that is very useful.
But if you are only depending on technology and the students are only depending on technology.
No, I think that technology can help us, but I prefer to do manual things, and I prefer to do writing a real book. But I think that technology can help us to discover and find information as well.
Yeah, but imagine you could go. Imagine if you go to a cafe and you ask for a cup of coffee, or if you go to a coffee machine and you put your money in. The coffee machine just says black coffee, white coffee. But if you go to the cafe, you can say, "Oh, I'd like some more milk," or "I'd like it a little bit hotter," or "Could you put some ice in it?" So technology is never the same as having somebody helping you, is it?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, the difference between buying a coffee from a coffee machine or going to a cafe and asking a person to make you a nice cappuccino or a cafe bonbon or something like this.
I don't know. I think that it's very useful for some ways.
Okay.
But I think that you should manage technology and manual resource to improve your skill.
Thank you. Okay, that's a very, very good. Very, very good. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, let's have another question then about music. About music. Anybody about music? Sorry.
What is your favorite type of music?
Okay, Elena Delgado. Music then. Music. Right. The film, there's nothing here about film. Oh, that film was C1, yeah. Okay, Elena Delgado, what's your favorite type of music?
Usually listen a variety of music, but I used to listen more pop music but in different languages. I used to listen in English and in Spanish.
Well, hold on, Elena. I mean, now the kind of music which you listen to, you don't know if it's in English or Spanish because it all sounds exactly the same.
Yes, because there is a genre which is reggaeton,
Yeah.
and it is the typical. But I listen it when I'm going out to a party or somewhere. But there is another type of music like pop that is not the same always.
Hmm. But with this music, these are songs that only last for 3 minutes or 4 minutes. It's not real music, not like classical music, Mozart or Beethoven. So, is it really, really good? Can you listen to it all the time?
It's true that nowadays we have, from my point of view, worse music than before. But it's true that Mozart, if I listen Mozart now, maybe I go to sleep. So it's good music for do different things. For example, if I am doing an assignment, I could listen Mozart, for example, but not
Oh,
reggaeton.
okay, good. Yeah. And then, and people don't really buy music anymore, do they? People just listen on the television music, on YouTube music, Spotify music. So people are not very selective. It's just whatever is on, and they're happy with that. Do you think that's true?
I think that is more comfortable because we all of us we have cell phones or mobile phones, so we can listen music anywhere at any time and any song or singer or something. So I think that it's a good way to listen music, and you can listen music without pay anything,
Oh,
only by download music or an app.
mm, okay. All right. The cows give more milk if they listen to music. Ah, did you know this? If you play music for the cows, they give you more milk. This is what the
Yes.
landfill says. All right, so music's also good for that. All right then. So Elena, tell me, for example, shopping. Give me a question about shopping. Remember, it's a discussion question.
Do you think that is better buy at a big shop or store or at the small stores?
Yeah. Okay. That's a very at a big shopping mall, let's say, a shopping
Yeah.
center. Okay. Or small shops. Very, very good. Yeah, that's a really, really good question. Okay. Really good question. So let's see. What else have we got down here? Rosa, what do you think?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Listen to that. Excellent. Okay, good. Well,
Well,
right.
for me, it's better to buy in a small shop.
Okay.
I think it's better to buy in a small shop because um, there are less people, and because sometimes people want to go to big shops for um, for buy clothes because you have a lot of sizes, a lot of colors, and for me it's better in a small.
In a small, but don't you think if you go to small shop, there's less variety And it's more expensive.
No, more expensive. Why?
Well, I think because in the big shops, you always got very good discounts. If you go to Zara or if you go to, Bershka or something, it's much cheaper.
I don't think so. Zara nowadays it's a little expensive.
Mhm.
So maybe in a small shop, you can have a better deal with the people, and maybe if you go many days, you can be the friend of the manager of the shop, and
Yeah.
maybe she can do, make you a discount.
Okay, but then if you go to a big shopping mall or a big shopping center, there's lots of different shops. So you can see, the different styles of clothes in one shop and maybe another shop, and then decide that if you just go to one small shop, it's got a more limited number of styles.
Yeah, that's true, but that's in a shopping center. If only we talk about one store, I prefer small.
Okay, but I know because you normally go to Versace and, Dolce Gabbana, a very expensive shop. Is that right?
Yeah, that's very expensive.
Very expensive. Yeah, so I understand why you like the small one. Thank you. Okay, very good. That was a very good answer. Very good answer. Okay, good. Okay, so then we've got some discussion questions. Now you are going to discuss a few things. Okay, so you're going to discuss a few things now. Sorry, I've just got a message. We have to stop the class a little bit earlier today. All right, but before we go on, our next class is on Monday. Monday, not Tuesday. Okay,
This Monday.
this Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we will do a test. We will do a full exam. There we go. Here are some possible discussion questions. Do you prefer modern events like festivals or traditional events? Do you prefer shopping online or in person? Society. We don't care about people as much as we used to. With so much technology, you don't have to leave home at all. Film. Is it worth going to the cinema today? Sport. Sport's all about money now. Players don't seem to enjoy it at all. Sport. Identity. Can you name some things which identify your region or country? Travel. What are the advantages of using public transport? Education. Does technology help or hinder students at school? Do you like to listen to music or do you prefer live shows, concerts? Can you give me some ideas for an end of course party? And now that we have internet, libraries could be used, for other things. Libraries could be used for other things. Yeah? We could turn our libraries into shopping centers or into McDonald's or to telepizzas. Imagine you meet your friends at the library to have a hamburger. It'd be much more fun. Okay. I'm going to put you into groups. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put you into groups of 3, with just 3 people per room. Right? So Juan Manuel, Roman, and Rosa, you're going to go together. And I want you to discuss, do you like to listen to music or do you prefer live shows? That's Juan Manuel, Roman, and Rosa. Okay. Then we've got Gonzalo, Javier, and Miguel Angel. Right? I want you to discuss. Is it worth going to the cinema today? Is it worth going to the cinema today? And Elena, Maria Angeles, and Maria Pilar, I want you to discuss. Now we have the internet. We could use libraries, the buildings, for something different. Okay? Are you ready? I'll give you 8 minutes to do this. Okay? You know your questions, so you will start, discuss this in English. I'm going to come and visit the room. Okay? So, here we go. So you can join your rooms now. I will come and visit them.
This I can understand how this industry can maintain because I don't see people in the rooms. So if you go more than 20 times in 1 year, you go very often.
Yeah, I understand your point, and sometimes here in Segovia you can go to the cinema and you can observe a very little quantity of people in order to see whichever film. But I like so much, of course, the most of times you are watching bad films. I
That's the
know,
point.
yeah,
That's the point.
but sometimes you can be a masterpiece. You can feel that this film has kept me on the edge of the set. I mean, you are very, you are paying attention so much to the film.
Yes, I'd like to say this thing. If the film, if the movie is good, it's worth to go to the cinema. But if it is not the case, not at all. For instance, I went to the cinema to go to watch Inés Pérez. It's a good film from my point of view. Whereas the last Almodóvar's movie, it was boring from my point of view, in spite of the fact that Almodóvar is a good um, author. But this last movie is really boring, boring, boring.
I totally agree with you. Totally, totally, totally.
Another point is, in my case, if I go to the cinema, normally I go with somebody else, not alone. Mm? Full stop. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Was yesterday, for example,
or or uh, or stay with um, start to reading a book.
Mhm.
It's
Yes,
a
you're right. I think well, there's some gyms where they have this kind of areas for children to be able to play and to read a little bit as well.
Yes, I agree. And they can listen for storytellers about a book, and they can read the book and listen to.
I think that's a very good idea for them, and that motivates them to to enjoy reading.
Yes, and not only for children. There are like a group for storytellers for retired people who are old, and they can go in the morning, for example, and they read together a book.
and there are a lot of book who have has got music
Okay, you're back. Yep. Well, you're back. Anyway, nice to see you. Maria Angeles Pilar. Yes. All right. So yeah, I listened to you. Yeah, you're having a good conversation there. Very important. I can't emphasize enough how important it is that you're very enthusiastic. You must be very enthusiastic in the speaking exam. Okay? It's really important. You must be very enthusiastic and you must give your opinion, which is a little bit different. So we will continue talking about this on Monday because specific role plays and so on, which are going to be, we'll talk about some specific role plays. We'll do the second part of this. But what I want to talk about, what I want to talk to you now is about your writing. Okay. Well, something just fell over. All right, in the other room. I don't know what it was. Okay, Pilar, can you turn your microphone up? Lovely. Thank you. Oh, if you can. Thank you very much. Okay, brilliant. Good. So if we go down, your writing, as I said, quantity is very good. Your quality, and mainly, if we look at this, what's the biggest problem at the moment? What's the biggest problem at the moment? Choose one. What do you think? Spelling, grammar, vocabulary, word order, Spanglish, agreement, style, structure, task completion, length of sentences, punctuation, contractions, effective filter, L1, L2, which is Spanglish, zero articles, connectors, report to speech, report in words, too long. What are the most important ones here?
Prepositions as well.
And okay, and prepositions. Yes. But right now, the one thing which you must improve is task completion. Okay? Task completion. Really important, which means you must read the question. Right? When you steer, you must read the question and you must answer the question. If we come down here we are. Let's look at some examples. Look at some examples, please. And then we're going to write something together. Here we go. There's the question. Gonzalo, can you read the question for us?
Which question? I'm
the
lost.
Question on the screen.
Your screen, Joshua.
I can see the screen.
You can't see the screen. Okay, here we go. Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Yes, I can now, yes.
Right. So, can you read the title?
The title. College Film Club, 150 or 200 words. We are looking for reviews or recent films which we can show at the film club.
Okay.
Tell us about the... I continue?
Yep, continue.
I continue?
Yes.
Tell us about the film. What you thought of it and why you recommend that other students watch it.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. That's perfect. That's very good. Okay.
Thank you.
Javier, can you read this, please? Can you read the whole thing? Read it all. Okay.
Okay. Movies are always a good entertainment to be with friends or alone. So it is always a good idea to recommend interesting movies. A good idea would be to watch old movies such as Harry Potter or Caribbean's Pirates because they are a good option to have fun. Instead, in this case, I'm going to recommend a new movie that I saw last month. This movie is called Cruella, and in my opinion, it is the best movie that they had been released this year, and it has been bestseller all over the world. This movie has action, romanticism, and revenge, but what I liked the most was that it is related to the history of the movie and 100 Dalmatas. So if you had seen this movie, you would have understood the whole story much better. From my point of view, it is a film for all views and its creators worked hard because it has many interesting details. Therefore, if you want to spend a tight entertainer, do not hesitate to watch it.
Okay. The writing is not bad. Look, movies are always good entertainment. Okay, so entertainment is not countable. To be with friends or alone. So it is always a good idea to recommend interesting movies. Good. A good idea would be to watch old movies such as Harry Potter or, come on, Spanglish, Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not called Caribbean's Pirates, okay? It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. So if you don't know the title in English, don't write the title in English, please. Okay? If you don't know the title, don't write it because they are a good option to have fun. Good. Instead, in this case, I'm going to recommend a new movie that I saw last month. This movie is called Cruella, and in my opinion, it is the best movie that has been, this is the passive, has been released this year, and it has been a bestseller all over the world. This movie has action, romanticism, and revenge. But what I like the most is that it is related to the history. No, it is related to the story. Okay? To the story of the movie 101 Dalmatas. If you don't know the word, don't write it. Dalmatians. Okay? So if you had seen this movie, you would have understood the whole story much better. Excellent. From my point of view, it is a film for all viewers, and its creators work hard because it has many interesting details. Therefore, if you want to spend an entertaining time, do not hesitate to watch it. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, very good writing. Very good writing. But does it answer the film? Does it answer the question? Well, tell us about the film. Tell us about the film, please. Miguel Angel, tell us about the film. From the text, what can you tell us about the film?
Sorry, which film?
This film, the one she's talking about, Cruella.
Cruella.
Yep.
This is a difficult thing because I have not seen this, I have not watched this film. But I remember the.
Don't worry about that. Look in the text. What does
Ah.
the text tell us about this film?
Yes, I remember the cartoon.
No. Only what you can see in the text.
Okay. Um, okay, probably this is a good movie because
No. Just tell us not what you thought of it. That second, if it's good or bad. Immediately tell us what can we see about the film itself. Well, we can see it's called Cruella. Yes. Yeah. It's called Cruella. So let's put it in red. Anything
Okay.
else? It's a bestseller.
The bad person in this film, in this story, is Cruella.
No, but in the text it does not say this. So only what we can see in the text.
To read the text,
Yeah, I mean, tell us about the film from the information in the text.
this movie is called Cruella, and in my opinion, it is the best.
No, not your opinion. Only what you can see actually about the movie.
Sorry, maybe I have not well understood what I should to do.
Okay. Well, tell us about the film. These are the facts. It's a bestseller. It's called Cruella. It has action, romanticism, and revenge. It is related to the history of the movie 101 Dalmatians. Nothing else. That is the information about the film. Yeah, it doesn't say it's for children, it's for adults, it's a comedy, it's a horror film, it's a musical. Okay, so there's very little information about the film. Okay?
I think that it is a film for everybody, children too. So it's a film for the whole family. This is important because from an economic point of view, it could become more successful.
Okay, but wait a minute. We are going to limit all our information to the text. We don't want any more information. What we're saying is this a good writing activity? Is it a good piece of writing? Okay, because then we've got, okay, what does the person think of it? She's going to say, in my opinion, it's the best movie that has been released this year.
Yes, he or she is enthusiastic about this movie. He or she recommends it to everybody.
And it has absolutely, okay. Good. Why do you recommend it? Why do you recommend it?
Because its creators have done a very good job, have worked very hard, and it has many interesting details.
Excellent. That's why you recommend it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what's the problem here? What's the problem here? You see, look, it's very clear. We're asking 1, 2, 3. Those are the 3 things which, because it's a short piece. And what we've done here is a very long introduction. It's too long. Okay. And then instead of telling us about the film and my opinion, no. First of all, let's just talk about the film. Second, let's talk about my opinion. And third, why I recommend it. Okay, so it's very important that we put things in the right order and that we answer the question. So let's look at another question here. Tell us about your favorite website. Okay, there we go. Roman,
Yes.
read the question for me, please.
We are looking for people who can share recommendations for the best website on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Good. And please write. What do you have to do? Number one.
Tell us about the service site,
Number two.
what it provides,
Number three.
why you would recommend it to it further.
Okay. So read this, please, Roman.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, internet has changed our lives. And to be honest, I could not live without internet. On a daily basis, I surf the internet 3 or 4 times, especially in social media. From that point of view, the best website is Wikipedia, given that you can find the information that you need, for instance, the date of birth or diet of a queen or queen, the movies which an actress or actor should, or if you want, you can write your own life with a picture, and everybody will check it. By contrast, this website is not always sure, and you can read information or news, which are not true. However, you believe it because it is on internet, and you think everything is real. I used to check this website when I was studying in high school, and I had to write a test in language of history. And nowadays, I use it when I'm looking a place to travel, and I do not know what is exactly in the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is quite good. And actually, look, here's really good as far as I'm concerned, which is a very, very good use. Okay, very, very good use here. Okay, as far as I'm concerned. So there we go. We've got a short introduction, 3 lines. This is good. Not 5, not 6, just 3 lines, 2 and a few words. Excellent. My favorite website. There we go. My favorite website is Wikipedia. All right. What it provides. You can find the information, the date of king or queen, movies, actors shoot. You can write your own life with a picture and everyone will check it. That's what it provides. So that's very good as well, isn't it? However, this contrast is not always sure, and you can read information that is not always true. And you can read information or news, which again is not true. Full stop. However, you believe it because it is on the internet. But okay, listen. Maybe what we're doing here is why you would recommend it, but here we're saying why you would not recommend it. And then it says, I used to check this website when I was studying in high school, at high school, and I had to write a text in language or history. And nowadays I use it when I'm looking for a place to travel, and I do not know exactly where it is in the world. Okay, good. So that's good. So what's the problem here with the last section? This is good. I'm sorry. That's very good. Okay. Right. That's good. What's the problem with here?
The order of the paragraph.
Absolutely. So the important thing here is we'd like to put it there, okay? Because you're telling us all the things that this website does and why it's good. And there you're giving your opinion why you would recommend it. But otherwise, it's a very good essay. It's very, very good. Okay, but look, the order. 1, which is in red. 2, in blue. 3, in green. Okay. Which is what we're saying now, red, blue, green. Okay, so what we've done is you can see we just changed the order. Okay, we've just changed the order. Right, let's look again. Here we go. Come on then, Maria Angeles.
Yes.
Read this to me, please.
Please read the text about our grocery shopping habit. Tell us about your favorite grocery store or supermarket. Why do you like it especially? Are there anything you don't buy there?
Okay, read the answer.
Okay. I love going to Tesco because it is across the road from my home. I can buy everything there. It is very big supermarket with lots of special offer and I go every week on Fridays. The cookies are fantastic and the oven ready meal are great value. I recommend Tesco to you because it is big, cheap, and offer lot of variety.
Okay, that's very easy, isn't it? You understand? But is it good? The English is good. English is fine. But is it good? Pilar, what do you think?
Well, I think that probably it's not. There is not much information about the grocery shopping habits. I think so.
Mm-hmm. And what about the things that you don't buy there? Does it say anything about that?
No, there's
No.
nothing about things that you wouldn't buy there.
So all we've got is tell us about it and why you like it, I suppose, yeah? More or less. So it's not the best, is it? It's not the best. No. Right. If I ask you now to write, what would you write if we said, okay. So all we would have to do really is to include the things that you don't buy at Tesco. So Pilar, come on, give me last two lines at the end to complete this in green.
About grocery shopping habits, you mean?
About are there things you don't buy there? That's what I want you to do.
Well, actually, I'm not sure about the question, but I think that you can buy lots of vegetables, veggies, Tesco as well in the groceries area, like I don't know, many fruits, tropical fruits, and daily daily fruits like bananas, apples, pears as well, and veggies as well, vegetables that are very good for and very very healthy as well, like I don't know, like tomatoes or lettuce and this kind of thing. I think you can find them definitely at Tesco in the groceries shopping area.
However,
However, I don't think you can't buy like even though they have lots of products, I don't think you can buy I don't know like fruits out of out of the term, like fruits coming from I don't know like grapes coming from Peru, from Peru because they don't have them at the moment. Or you can't buy their you can't buy at Tesco any technological gadgets. Like you can't buy a Tesco computer or yeah, laptop or this kind of electronic devices.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So things you don't buy at Tesco. You can buy a lot of fruit and vegetable, which are very healthy for you. However, I don't think you can buy exotic fruits like grapes or typical Spanish ingredients when you want to make a paella. Neither can you buy computer accessories. Enough. Perfect. Okay. And then all of a sudden, okay, I'm telling you about my shop. Okay. I'm telling you why I like it. And then I'm telling you the things you can't buy. So all we had to do was separate, and we've got a very complete, short essay. So this is specifically for question number 8. Okay, specifically for question number 8. We have to make sure that the introduction is not too long, please. All right. Like, remember, the introduction was too long. Here, the introduction about the internet was much better. Here, the internet, a lot of words, very few words. And here, direct, there's no introduction. I like going to Tesco. We don't need an introduction for this one. So, for example, if you have to write, for example, when we talked about the communication between animals, yeah, it is not necessary to say, I read an interesting article about communication between animals. Okay, we go direct because we can talk about what we're doing. Okay, there we go. There we go. What about this one? Here we go then. Juan Manuel, can you read this to me, please?
Music is always welcome in our lives. What do you think?
Okay, read the whole thing. Come on.
I agree with this title because I love music. My favorite music is pop music from the 1916s until now. For me, the best group ever is the Beatles because I enjoy the music and I understand the lyrics, and now I can play the tunes on the piano, but I don't sing very well. No karaoke for me. The other groups like the Rolling Stones or Oasis are also quite good, and their songs are good too. English music is better than American music for me because I can understand their accents better.
Okay, good. Javier, are you there?
Yeah, tell me.
Tell me, this English is perfect. The English is perfect. But does this actually answer the question?
I don't know. Maybe the amount of words is not enough.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it. An introduction, maybe.
So what's the introduction that you would have there?
I have to say an introduction.
Yeah.
Is often spoke about the quality of music. You can hear it through radio or at home with your mobile phone.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Excellent, excellent. Okay, we're going to give an introduction. There's no introduction. And the worst thing is, I agree with this title.
Yeah.
I agree with this title. Never, you don't ever say this. Never, ever, ever. Okay? You never start an essay saying, I agree with this title. Because even if it says, what do you think? We want to give the argument. It's not only your own personal. For me, the best group is the Beatles because I enjoy the music, I understand the lyrics, and I can play the tunes and jazz. This is not relevant.
Mm-hmm.
This might be relevant at the end as your conclusion. So very good. So that's very good, Javier. So we're talking about music is very popular. A lot of people listen to music. You can listen to music on your headphones, on your telephone, using Spotify or whatever it is you're kind of listening to. Good. Okay. Let's look at a good version. Okay. And this is more or less. Okay. So let's read this. Miguel Angel, are you there?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Would you read this to us, please?
Okay. Some people like to listen to music all the time, and others like it only when there is a special moment to appreciate their special tunes. On the one hand, if you are working in an office,
Yeah.
or driving a truck, some background music is welcome, especially if it helps you focus on your job. It could be classical music or perhaps jazz or even rock and roll, as long as you don't get distracted. Some music can help you relax too. Yes. So in a hotel or on a plane, you'd feel better if there was some relaxing mood music.
Now, this is very nice. Look, this is when music is welcome. And it says music is welcome, right? So these are examples in an office, driving a truck, a hotel, on a plane, relaxing music, classical music, helps you focus, background music. Yeah.
Yes.
Arguments in favor. Continue.
Yes. Nevertheless, our favorite music may not be popular with other people. So you should be careful at home, depending on who you live with. Your parents probably will not like listening to your Snoop Dogg records, and at work, your choice in opera may be too challenging for colleagues.
So these are examples of when music is not welcome in our lives. At home, at work, depending on the type of music. Correct. Right. And continue. Give us your conclusion, Miguel Angel.
Perhaps the best invention ever are earphones. So you can choose your own music and not bother anybody else.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. That sounds very good. So here we have perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not, I repeat, this is not inviting you to give your opinion. It is inviting you to describe some arguments in favor and some arguments against. Do you understand? They're really important because what's happening right now with a lot of your writing is that we are not doing the task completion. Okay, we are not doing the task completion. You are just writing in a very general way, just a flow. Yeah, I agree with this because, right? And so we can see this is good English, but it is not a good answer to the question. Okay? So for this one, you might get 50 points. You might get 50 points because it's very, very good. But here you're going to get 75 points. There's 25 points extra. You know, that's a lot of points. Right? So it's about reading the question, please. So really important. I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this and I'm going to send it to you. I will send it to you later on. Okay? I'm going to keep it and save it to you later on.
Writing is 25 points or 75?
Sorry?
Writing is 75 points.
25 points. 25 points. Okay? 25 points.
A question, 25 points is the maximum?
25 points is the maximum.
D'accord.
Okay? For the writing, 25 points for the listening, 25 points for the reading, and 25 points for the speaking. Right?
Okay.
So all you need is like 13 points in the speaking, 13 points in the reading, 13 points in the listening, and 12 points in the writing. Total 51. Okay? But, you know, this is like the very famous character from Charles Dickens.
To be or not to be?
No, that is Shakespeare. Charles Dickens. You read a book, Mr. Micawber. Mr. Micawber. Remember Mr. Micawber? Mr. Micawber gave a very good lesson about money. And if we apply this money, if we apply this to our exam, remember, if you get 50 points, or 51 points in the exam, you will be extremely happy. Okay, because you have passed the exam. If you get 49 points, you will be extremely unhappy because you have not passed the exam. All right? So, you know, this is the difference. This is the difference. And Mr. Micawber said, if you have taken some money from the bank as a bank loan, credit from the bank, £20, he said, if you have £20 and 1 penny to give back to the bank, you will be a very honorable, wonderful, happy person. But if you only have £19 and 99 pence, you will be an extremely unhappy, miserable person. Okay, so this was Mr. Micawber from the Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. So this is the difference, 49 or 50. Right? And the 49 points comes because you did not, when you write, for example, I think, okay, or I like music, you write I with a capital I. I, always capital. Your I is always capital, never small. If you write it with an I, small I, you have lost a point. If you write it with a capital I, you have earned 1 point. Days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Months of the year, January, February, March, April. Capital letter. Spanish, English, the adjectives to describe nationalities or languages, always with a capital letter. Okay, so that is one way to get extra points. Very simple thing. Right? So think about the simplicity. Today we're talking about the simplicity of actually answering the question correctly. Okay. Let's have a little quiz. Let's have a little quiz now and see how we're doing with our preparation for the exam, please. Okay, you see that? So, how many parts are there in the exam? How many parts are there in the exam, please? We did this before. You must know. This must be absolutely perfect then. A, B, C, or D? Number one, is it A, B, C, or D? Question number one, please. Question number one, please. Write your answer. Yep. People say D, all right? No, Gonzalo, it's A, B, C, or D. And not one. Okay. Right. Remember, read the question. Read the question. Okay. Well done. Okay. Number two, then, is it A, B, C, or D? Absolutely. It is speaking which will come first. You will always do the speaking first, okay? Before you do the rest of the exam. So the answer is not speaking, the answer is B. Yes, very good. The answer is B, number two. So remember, if you are doing B2, you will do your speaking on Friday. You will do your speaking on Friday. Friday. If you're doing C1, you will do your speaking on Friday or on Saturday morning, right? There's no Thursday session because only 3 people wanted to do the speaking on Thursday, and I cannot spend an extra day in Salamanca to organize just for 3 people. Okay, I'm sorry. So we'll have everybody on Friday. If you're doing B2, you will do your speaking on Friday. Okay, if you're doing your C1, it will be on Friday or on Saturday morning. Right then. Number 3, how many questions are there in the speaking part? Is it A, B, C, or D? Number 3. Okay, how many? Oh, good. Think about it. How many questions are in the speaking part? Thank you. B, yeah. B, 3 questions in the speaking part. Number 4, Number 4. What's the answer? Is it A, B, C, or D? The written exercises. But he says C. Done. Number 5. How many grammar exercises are there? A, B, C, or D? Good. Good. None. D. Correct. Which part is the dictation in? Number 6. Which part is the dictation in? Is it A, B, C, or D? Yeah. Good. It's A, which says listening. Number 7, then. How many marks do you lose if you write over the maximum number of words in the written part? Is it A, B, C, or D? How many marks do you lose? 5% A, 30% B, 20% C, or 50% D? Answer is C. Yeah, 20%. It's a lot of marks. Okay? If the total is maximum 25, if you lose 20% of 25, that's 5 points. And that is the difference between happy, pass, unhappy, fail. Okay? So you have to count your words. Count your words. Make sure minimum, maximum between the two. Number 8. How many marks do you lose if you choose the wrong answer in the multiple choice question A, B, C, D? A, B, C, D. How many points do you lose? How many marks? Good. It's A. Okay? It's A. You lose no marks. You don't, so you must answer every question. Right? And so that's in the listening question 1. And then in reading question 4. You must answer everything. Don't leave anything blank. Right? Number 9. How long is the speaking section? Maximum. A, B, C, or D? Yeah, very good. It's 8 minutes. Okay? 8 minutes. B2, 7 minutes. 7, 8 minutes. And number 10. A, B, C, or D?
Listening is 10 minutes. No.
Listening, yeah, but we're talking about speaking, not listening. So number 10 is no pencil. Don't bring a pencil, okay? Don't bring a pencil. I get so upset. I get so sad cuando veo a alguien que ha escrito todo en lápiz y está pensando que tiene tiempo a repasar el bolígrafo y no le da tiempo. Está ahí borrando, dejando unas marcas, unas manchas en el papel. Que, oh my God, it's beautiful writing, but you wrote it in pencil. Why didn't you write it in pen? Okay, so don't even bring a pencil. Okay, bring a pen, please. Okay, really important. This is really important, right?
Right. I have a question, Joshua.
Yeah, go on.
Finally, can you refresh me how many words is the writing exercise? The maximum it will be 200 more or less.
Okay, it depends. Obviously, it depends on the test. Okay, if we look here, if it's B2,
Yes.
let's have a quick look. Quick look. Okay, can you see
Yes.
B2? Sorry. Question number 7, 90 to 120.
Okay. It's very short.
Very short. 10 minutes.
Easier.
Much easier. Look at all the space to write 90 words. You have 1 page, 2 pages. Okay, so you have enough time. You have enough space to write 3 times if you want to. And if you don't like it, you cross it out. Enough.
Yes, and another question. I think that the other day you said we mustn't use a corrector, isn't it?
No correctors. No tippet.
Okay. Impossible.
No
Okay.
borra. Nothing. Okay. And the second is, look at that, 150 to 200 words. Very easy. Okay. Either or. Which historical invention has been the most useful for present day society? In my opinion, the smartphone is the no. Please. Our introduction is going to be there are many important inventions, including telephones, aeroplanes, and penicillin, for example. In my opinion, or one of the most important inventions is penicillin, which is a medicine called an antibiotic. Okay? So there we are. That's it. Please. Which historical invention? My opinion is my favorite invention is the most. No. First, we always need an introduction, please. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then if you're going to do the second one, it's an article. Okay. An article. So it's not dear Norman, I read an article in the student magazine and I'm writing an article. No. This is an article. Yeah, an article. which starts something like, we all want to look our best. Okay? We all want to look our best. And young people especially. They spend a lot of time, or we spend a lot of time, thinking about the clothes which we wear. Okay? And this is about arguing about what you and people in your age group wear. Okay? And today we all wear black. I don't know, we all wear black. Our favorite color is black. Possibly not. Okay? But you write about, you know, your habits and your fashion and so on. Okay?
One question.
Yes,
The
please.
articles should have a title, no?
Detail.
Sí.
Yeah, of course. You need to have some detail in there, of course. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Title.
Title.
What?
In the headline, in the
He refers to the title.
Title? No, absolutely not. No title. Okay. This is where, you know, I see that sometimes, you know, you write a title, for example, the most useful historical invention. No, it's not necessary to have any title, please. Unless it says include a title.
It's not necessary, no?
It's absolutely not necessary.